Hi everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Ruth and I am the youth worker here at St James, and today we're going to continue on looking at the Lord's Prayer. So if you missed last week, we are on to the line, "Give us today our daily bread." So I just wanted to tell you a story. So I've got my laptop here, I'm going to read it off. So the man from McDonald went to the Pope and he said, "Holy Father, I have a proposition for you. I will give the church £1 million if every time you say the Lord's Prayer you say, 'Give us this day our daily Big Mac.'" Well, the Holy Father thinks about this and he says, "My son, I cannot change the holy text." So the man said, "Okay, 50 million quid. So the Pope thinks about it and he says, "Well, I'll put it to the cardinals." So he goes to his cardinals and he says, "Cardinals, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I can get the church £50 million. The bad news is we're going to have to lose the contract with Hovis." Do you get it? Give it daily bread, Hovis. Funny. Okay, that's obviously, I'm kidding. It's a joke that I totally ripped off from Vicar of Dibley. Great show, go watch it. So today we're going to talk about the line, "Give us today our daily bread." And before we start, I think we should think about bread. I love bread, but that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this isn't literally asking for a piece of bread. I don't know if that's obvious. I just wanted to state that. We're not saying, "God, today I need my daily ration of bread. There it is, 2 slices or 3 slices or whatever it is. We get garlic bread on the weekend, I don't know." That's not how it works. You probably realise that. I didn't for quite a while actually as a kid. I thought that bread, yeah. Anyway, it's more about we are asking God to sustain us and to keep us healthy and know where our next meal is coming from, and that's what we're asking. We're asking for him to protect us, look after us, keep us well and safe. Physically, that's what we're asking, but I think that this is more in general. So in Matthew 7, Jesus says, "Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open for you. For everyone who asks receives, those who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks the door will be opened for you. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, give him a snake? Then if you, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?" So this is kind of saying that God is a good father. It's in a song, but it's also true, right? That's what we've been talking about, that God looks after us. And if you ask for stuff, then it will, God listens and might not physically give you an Xbox. He will keep you safe and look after you. And that's kind of what we're asking. And I don't know if you know the phrase "bread of heaven," and I don't know if you think of that song. God keeps us sustained and keeps us okay and keeps us well and safe, and that's what he's saying when he says, "I am the bread of life," or the bread of heaven. I will look after you. I won't give you a snake when you ask for a fish, and I'm not going to give you a stone when you ask for bread. I care about you. And I think that is what we're kind of, when we say "Give us today our daily bread" in the Lord's Prayer, well, not only are we asking for God to sustain us, we recognise that he does, and I think that's a really important thing. Physically looks after us, less tangibly looks after us, but also spiritually, and we know that God is enough and Jesus is enough in our lives, and that is a huge thing. That's super important. In the Bible, there's like an illustration of the vine. So I don't know if you've ever seen like a vine or a tree. The branches need the trunk of the tree to keep them healthy and alive. And if you snap a branch off a tree, then it kind of doesn't wither up and dies, but it's not a live tree and you can snap it. And that's kind of like us. We need the trunk of the tree, which is God, to make sure that we are sustained and nourished and healthy and alive. And that is the most important thing, right? That we are able to do all these other things, to forgive people and all of these different things that we ask for if we are sustained in the tree. So when you think about bread, I don't know, maybe every time you see a piece of bread or any type of bread or you eat some, I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about what it means to be sustained. If you didn't have food, how would you feel? You would feel hungry, and after a while you would have no energy and not be able to do anything, and after a while you might get really sick, and after another while you might pass away. You might not make it because you don't have bread. And it's a little bit like that with God. We're definitely like that. And I think that by saying give us this day our daily bread, we're talking physically, emotionally, spiritually. And that's important that we remember that. And that's important that we can relate to, we need this to be sustained and to be ourselves. Anyway, I don't know if that makes much sense. That's my message for today. I hope you're all doing good. There should be some emails going out with some exciting stuff at the moment. And I know I say that every week and then all my stuff gets cancelled, but this is online, so this won't get cancelled. Hallelujah. Okay, we will see you next week for the next line in the Lord's Prayer. See you later. Bye.